Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Like no matter how hard you try to fit in, there's something about you that just doesn't align with the world around you. Maybe you've walked into a room and felt like an outsider, even when surrounded by people you know. Or perhaps you've always felt like your thoughts, your values, and even your energy set you apart from the majority. If this resonates, there's a powerful reason for it. You are not meant to fit in. People who feel this way often carry a deeper purpose, even if they're not fully aware of it. They are what some call chosen ones, individuals here to disrupt the norm, bring light into dark places, and awaken something greater in themselves and in others. Their path is not one of blending into the existing systems, but of creating new ones. And that difference is exactly why they often feel like they don't belong. Society, as we know it, operates on a system of conformity. It values sameness, predictability, and rules that keep everyone aligned with the status quo. Chosen ones, however, are wired differently. Their energy vibrates at a frequency that naturally challenges these norms, making it hard for them to follow paths designed for others. It's as though their soul knows they're meant to carve their own way, even when the world pushes them to conform. But here's the truth. This feeling of not belonging is not a flaw, it's a calling. It's a sign that you're here to do something extraordinary, something that requires you to stand out rather than fit in. You're not here to blend into a world that feels small, limited, or disconnected from your inner truth. You're here to expand it, to bring new ideas, higher vibrations, and a sense of possibility that most people aren't even aware of yet. So, if you've ever wondered why you feel different or why the world seems out of sync with who you are, know this. It's because you're meant to lead, not follow. You are here to challenge, not comply. And your sense of not belonging is the universe's way of telling you that you were never meant to fit into the mold. You were born to break it. This feeling of not belonging is often the first clue that there's something unique about your path. It's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of who you are at a deeper level. People who resonate with this sense of disconnection often carry what some might call chosen energy. It's a term that speaks to a higher purpose, a soul mission that sets you apart from the majority. You're not here to follow the blueprint society laid out for you. You're here to write your own. Being a chosen one means your energy vibrates differently. You carry within you a light, an awareness, or a vision that disrupts the norms of the world around you. This isn't something you consciously choose. It's woven into the very fabric of your being. And while it's a gift, it often feels isolating because the systems in place, the expectations, the rules, the traditions, aren't designed for people like you. They're built to maintain the status quo, not to support those who are here to change it. This is why fitting in feels so unnatural. Conforming to societal standards feels like trying to wear clothes that don't fit. They're restrictive, uncomfortable, and fail to reflect who you really are. Your soul knows this, even if your mind struggles to explain it. It's not that you're rejecting the world. It's that the world, as it currently exists, doesn't fully align with your purpose. You may have noticed this in the way you approach life. While others may find comfort in structure and predictability, you're drawn to deeper questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? How can I make an impact? These questions set you apart because they point toward your higher calling. Chosen ones often feel restless in environments where creativity, authenticity, or spiritual connection are stifled. That restlessness is not a flaw. It's a compass guiding you toward a life that aligns with your mission. The very qualities that make you feel different, your sensitivity, your intuition, your refusal to settle for less, are the same qualities that make you powerful. They're what allow you to see beyond the surface, to notice what others overlook, and to create change where others only see obstacles. This path isn't easy, but it's yours. And as you embrace what sets you apart, you begin to see that your differences are not a burden. They're your greatest strength. As we've touched on, the sense of disconnection often begins with how deeply societal norms are ingrained in our everyday lives. These norms are built around conformity and maintaining a predictable status quo. But let's go deeper into how this programming affects those who feel called to something greater, especially those who are naturally sensitive or intuitive. Society operates on a framework designed to keep people in line with collective expectations. From an early age, you're taught what success looks like, how to behave, and what paths are acceptable. Schools encourage you to follow rules and measure your worth by grades. Work environments reward compliance and productivity over creativity or individuality. Even social structures prioritize fitting in and seeking external validation. This programming creates a reality where breaking free from the mold feels risky, even dangerous. For chosen ones, those whose purpose often lies outside these parameters, this system can feel stifling and alienating. For sensitive individuals, the effects of this programming are even more profound. Sensitivity, whether it's emotional, energetic, or spiritual, allows you to perceive what others might overlook. You notice subtle shifts in energy, feel the emotions of those around you, and sense the dissonance in environments that prioritize competition and individuality over connection and collaboration. In an individualistic society, where independence and self-promotion are celebrated, sensitivity is often misunderstood or dismissed as weakness. You might be told you're too emotional or too idealistic, leaving you feeling out of place and undervalued. This societal disconnect creates an internal conflict. On one hand, your sensitivity is your superpower. It allows you to see beyond the surface, to empathize deeply, and to imagine a world rooted in compassion and understanding. On the other hand, living in a society that glorifies toughness, ambition, and self-interest can make it challenging to honor this gift. You may feel pressure to harden yourself, suppress your emotions, or conform to values that feel misaligned with your truth. Programming in society is particularly adept at exploiting this conflict. It trains people to see individuality and sensitivity as barriers to success rather than as strengths. Messages in media and culture glorify material wealth, achievement, and competition, creating a constant push to prove yourself in ways that don't resonate with chosen ones. This pressure to conform can leave you feeling as though you're failing at a game you were never meant to play. But here's the reality. Chosen ones are not here to play by society's rules. They're here to rewrite them. Your sensitivity is not a weakness but a compass, guiding you toward the areas where transformation is needed most. While the world around you may prioritize self-interest, you're wired to prioritize connection, authenticity, and collective growth. This doesn't make you less capable. It makes you uniquely equipped to challenge a system that thrives on disconnection. Understanding the depth of this programming is liberating. It allows you to see that the struggle to fit in isn't a personal failing. It's a mismatch between your energy and the values of the society you were born into. The very qualities that make you feel out of place are the same qualities that position you to create change. When you embrace your sensitivity and reject the narrative that it's a burden, you begin to reclaim your power. You're not here to conform to a system that feels misaligned. You're here to create one that resonates with your higher truth. If this video found you, chances are you're probably a chosen one. But if you're still wondering, here are a few signs that might confirm it and help you understand your unique journey. You might have always felt like you don't quite fit in. This feeling likely started early, long before you had the words to explain it. Chosen ones often grow up with a sense of being different, as though they're seeing the world through a lens others can't quite understand. It's not just that you feel out of place. It's that the world itself seems misaligned with something deep inside of you. One of the most defining signs of being a chosen one is a persistent sense of knowing that you're here for something greater. It's not an idea you were taught or a goal society gave you. It's an internal calling, a whisper from your soul that there's a purpose waiting for you to uncover. Even if you can't fully articulate it, this feeling drives you, pushing you to explore, question, and search for meaning beyond the surface of life. Another hallmark of chosen ones is a natural resistance to societal norms. You might find yourself questioning traditions, rejecting expectations, or feeling restless in environments that value conformity over individuality. This isn't rebellion for the sake of being different. It's a deep knowing that many of the structures around you don't align with truth, freedom, or authenticity. You feel a pull towards something more genuine, something that resonates with the core of who you are. Heightened intuition and sensitivity are also common signs. Chosen ones often experience the world in ways that feel overwhelming at times. You may be deeply empathetic, sensing emotions and energies in others that aren't spoken aloud. Or you might feel connected to something greater than yourself, a spiritual awareness that guides you, even when the path feels uncertain. These heightened perceptions can make it challenging to navigate a society that often dismisses or undervalues such experiences. Spiritual awakenings, whether gradual or sudden, are another clue that you're on a chosen path. These awakenings often feel like a breaking away from the old and an opening to the new. They can bring moments of clarity, where you suddenly see beyond the illusions of the world and reconnect with your true self. While these experiences can be disorienting, they also serve as reminders of your purpose and your connection to something greater. If these signs resonate with you, know this: they're not coincidences. They're markers of your unique journey, reminders that you're here for a reason. The very traits that make you feel out of place are the ones that point you toward your mission. You're not different by accident. You're different because you're meant to create something extraordinary. As we said, if you've ever felt isolated because of your differences, it's important to understand that this is not a mistake. It's part of your path. But how do you navigate that path? The struggles you've faced with conformity are not meant to break you. They're meant to shape you. Feeling out of place teaches you resilience. It forces you to trust yourself, even when the world doesn't seem to understand you. This isn't always easy. The path of a chosen one often feels lonely because it requires you to walk roads that others haven't dared to tread. But this very journey is what sharpens your clarity and strengthens your purpose. Your difference is your strength, and by embracing it fully, you inspire others to do the same. When you live authentically, you act as a beacon for those who are still searching for their own truth. Your courage to stand apart sends a powerful message. It's okay to be yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. In this way, you're not just fulfilling your mission. You're creating ripples of awakening that extend far beyond your own life. But standing out also means learning how to navigate the challenges it brings. Self-acceptance is key. You must recognize that your uniqueness isn't something to hide or suppress. It's a core part of who you are. When you stop viewing your differences as obstacles and start seeing them as gifts, you reclaim your power. This shift in perspective allows you to walk your path with confidence, knowing that every part of your journey is meaningful. Finding your soul tribe can also be a transformative part of this process. While the world may seem overwhelming at times, there are others out there who resonate with your energy and share your vision. These are the people who will uplift and support you as you step deeper into your purpose. Connecting with them reminds you that you're not alone and that your uniqueness has a place in a larger, collective awakening. Ultimately, the most important thing you can do is trust your journey. Your path may not look like anyone else's, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. Divine timing ensures that everything unfolds when you're ready, even if it doesn't always feel that way. By trusting yourself, your uniqueness, and the calling you've been given, you step into the fullness of your power. You stop trying to fit into spaces that aren't meant for you and start creating a life that reflects who you truly are. Standing out is not easy, but it was never supposed to be. It's a sacred responsibility, one that requires courage, trust, and a deep connection to your truth. But as you walk this path, you'll discover that the very things that make you feel different are the things that make you powerful. And by living authentically, you'll inspire others to step into their own light, creating a ripple effect of transformation in the world. Now, let's talk about a few key aspects of your journey. Connecting with your mission begins with tuning into your intuition, that inner voice that's been guiding you all along. This connection may feel faint at first, buried under the noise of societal expectations and self-doubt, but it's always there. Your intuition is your compass, pointing you toward what feels aligned and away from what doesn't. By creating space for stillness, through meditation, journaling, or simply being present, you can begin to hear it more clearly. Once you've reconnected with this inner guidance, clarity begins to emerge. You start to recognize what truly lights you up and what feels authentic to your soul. Your mission doesn't have to be grand or perfectly defined. It simply needs to resonate with your truth. It might be a creative pursuit, a calling to help others, or a quiet yet powerful desire to live in alignment with your values. Whatever it is, it's uniquely yours, and the more you honor it, the more your life begins to reflect your true essence. Taking action on your mission often requires stepping into the unknown. It might mean leaving behind old structures or beliefs that no longer serve you. It might mean taking risks or making decisions that others don't understand. But each step you take in alignment with your purpose strengthens your connection to it. It's not about perfection or having it all figured out. It's about trusting the process and allowing yourself to evolve along the way. Your role as a chosen one isn't just about your individual journey. It's about the ripple effect you create. Every time you choose authenticity over conformity, every time you act from a place of alignment rather than fear, you inspire others to do the same. Your presence alone shifts the energy of the spaces you enter, creating openings for transformation and awakening. As you align with your mission, you'll begin to notice synchronicities, those moments of divine timing where everything seems to fall into place. These are not coincidences. They're confirmations that you're on the right path. The more you trust in this flow, the more effortlessly you'll move through life, creating from a place of joy and purpose rather than struggle. So let's wrap everything up. Your journey as a chosen one has brought you to this moment, where you're being called to step into your full power and embrace the unique role you're here to play. Everything you've experienced, every challenge, every moment of feeling out of place, has been preparing you for this. But stepping into your power isn't just about understanding your purpose. It's about fully embodying it and allowing it to shape how you live, create, and interact with the world. Stepping into your power starts with one fundamental realization. You are not bound by the rules or expectations of the world around you. Society may have tried to mold you into a version of yourself that felt safe, predictable, or acceptable, but that version isn't who you truly are. You are here to break free from those molds and live in a way that feels expansive, aligned, and authentically yours. This realization often requires unlearning. You might need to release old beliefs about who you're supposed to be and how life is supposed to work. These beliefs may have come from family, culture, or society, but they're not your truth. Your truth is what feels alive in you, what resonates at the deepest level. When you allow yourself to unlearn what no longer serves you, you create space for your authentic self to emerge. Embodying your role as a chosen one also means trusting your own inner guidance. While the world may offer countless opinions about what's right or practical, your intuition knows what's best for you. Intuition isn't always loud or obvious. It often shows up as a quiet nudge, a persistent feeling, or a sudden moment of clarity. Trusting it requires practice, but the more you listen, the clearer it becomes. This inner compass is your greatest ally, guiding you toward decisions and actions that align with your highest good. Living as a chosen one isn't just about following your intuition or embracing your purpose. It's about creating from a place of alignment. Alignment means that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all moving in the same direction. When you're aligned, you don't have to force things to happen. They unfold naturally. You attract the right people, opportunities, and experiences not by chasing them, but by being fully in tune with your energy. This state of alignment allows you to live with a sense of ease and flow, but it doesn't mean you won't face challenges. What's different now is how you respond to those challenges. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you recognize them as opportunities to grow, refine your vision, and deepen your trust in the process. Challenges no longer derail you because you've built the resilience and clarity to navigate them without losing sight of your purpose. As you step into your power, you'll likely notice that your presence alone begins to shift the energy around you. Chosen ones often act as catalysts for change, whether they intend to or not. Your authenticity inspires others to question their own beliefs and embrace their own truths. This ripple effect is a natural extension of living in alignment. It's not something you have to force. It simply happens as you embody who you truly are. Part of stepping into your power also involves embracing your creative role. Being a chosen one isn't just about breaking old patterns or systems, it's about creating new ones. You're here to bring something unique into the world, whether it's a message, a vision, or an energy that only you can offer. Creation doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. It can be as simple as the way you interact with others, the energy you bring to a space, or the ideas you share. Every act of creation, no matter how small, contributes to the larger shift you're here to lead. Living as a chosen one also means finding joy in the journey. It's easy to get caught up in the seriousness of your mission or the weight of your purpose, but joy is one of the most powerful tools you have. Joy raises your vibration, aligns you with abundance, and reminds you that your role isn't just about service, it's about fully experiencing the beauty of life. By prioritizing what brings you joy, you not only enhance your own energy, but also radiate positivity that uplifts others. As you step fully into this role, you'll realize that being a chosen one isn't about striving to be perfect or fixing everything around you. It's about living authentically, trusting your path, and allowing your presence to inspire change. The ripple effects of your alignment are far greater than anything you can plan or control. When you live in your truth, you naturally fulfill your purpose, creating a legacy of transformation that touches everyone you encounter. The world needs you, not a version of you that's hidden or compromised, but the real, fully expressed you. By stepping into your power, you're not just claiming your place in the world, you're creating a new one. And as you do, you'll find that the journey itself is the greatest gift of all.